as part of his welcome, also mentioned some of the things which he wanted us to do. We already were started the process, but we're not escalating to the point of the ministerial level. But very soon we will do that. I thought this is very important to lay the foundation before he also welcome us and tell us what he wants us to do for them. I'm sure my brother will get more, or we can only do what we can afford. Thank you, Honourable Minister.
Thank you. Thank you very much. The Minister of State, Federal Ministry of Regional Development, a very dynamic minister that have been managing it with a change to take office. We've been monitoring and seeing the land. Really very grateful to have you in the University of Maiduguri Teaching Hospital today. My senior brother, the MD of the Northeast Development Commission, who has been immense help to this hospital during our difficult times. And he conceived the idea when the MD came in at the peak of the insurgency. We all know when the insurgents attacked, they burned the house of the victims. It set them ablaze. As a result, we sustained burns injuries. And there was no specialized center to treat these burns. And the Northeast Development Commission again came in under his leadership, not only to the University of Maiduguri Teaching Hospital, but to the whole of the federal institutions in the Northeast. Consumables during the HIV, ventilators, hospital beds, equipment were all provided to us, including ambulances. So we remained, at that time, is one of the things that really kept us, and we were really surviving based on such supplies. Really of great help for us. And then, finally, I will never forget that incident. It's small, but I always give this story. I came in the night. There was no light in this hospital. It was dark. I usually have a habit of going around in the night around 11:12 to see things for myself. My house is within the hospital. And it was in darkness. I went to the powerhouse. I said, why is there no light? Remember when they vandalized the towers, so there was no light in town. We depend solely on diesel. He said, we would not like to tell you, but the vendor said you don't have money to pay. They stopped the supply. They can't give you the diesel on loan again. I didn't know when I saw tears running down. Because to him, to the neighbor man, is light that he has. The vendor is diesel that he has. But to me, he's a patient of the ventilator that died. To me, the oxygen plant, the patient that is on oxygen without oxygen. To me, the emergency that is rolling to the theater of our home. I'm the head of the institutions. And that's why I saw tears rolling down my face. How do I see such a situation? I didn't know when I called him in the night that this is the scenario that I have. And in the morning, diesel was supplied to us from the Northeast Development. Whenever we have challenge, generators, he supplied generators to us. Or when we lack water, boreholes were drilled for us. So it's just beyond a relationship that we say exists between federal parastatals or agencies is now a humanitarian issue. We are in a situation where the epic institutions in the health institution in the Northeast is having a challenge. I think, sir, before I continue, we have a short video clip just for somebody to conceive what has happened. I think if we go around, we'll go, you'll see them. But it's good to see in a short video clip what has happened. We captured it in a small video so that the team will understand what has struck the university. Many people are thinking that the houses and the household item damage in town is the issue. That is not the issue. One machine may build the whole of the housing in work. One machine. We have machines that are damaged in billions. Linear accelerator currently has about 6 billion. How many houses will it build? A lot. But we don't look at that side. And these machines, they serve the poor. Patients from 6 countries have been recorded in some of our centers here. So it's no more for Northeast, but for region, West African sub-region. All over the states of this federation, patients come to some of our centers. So I really, before I continue, just to see this video. Thank you.
Can you give me the microphone?
Here you can see water right inside the hospital. This is the hospital during the water flood. This is the entrance to this place where we are. The gate entrance, you can see there, as the water is coming. This is the Child Institute. You can see it for trauma center. You can see the first building beside the burn center is the trauma center. It's all water. That's the trauma center. That's the pharmacy of the hospital. By the right, by the left, sorry. Virtually all the drugs that we have in our stock were all destroyed. You can't use them again. This is the inside of the hospital. This is inside of the kidney center. This is the Child Institute that we see from far, the green building. This is the stroke center. This is the kidney center again. That's the CIMAC, Professor Kagu. This is the interventional radiology center. You can see like floating in a river. This is the main entrance of the hospital by the side of the physiotherapy. This is the hostel, the H block for resident doctors. These are the physiotherapy machines. These are physiotherapy machines. all in the departments, everything, every paper is floating. All our EMR system for electronic medical records is almost all the wearing the computers. And I think some people use the opportunity and vandalize some of the things in addition to our lost by damage. Because at the peak, saving lives is what we were more concerned with, to move all patients upstairs. So some miscreants also used that opportunity. There are some of the departments to show. This is moving into the staff quarters. This is the path that the tar road that moves to the staff quarters. And all the houses, we have over 280 houses. All of them are affected also. That's the blood transfusion. We have a zonal blood transfusion center here for the Northeast. And even that is fully flooded, affecting the machineries there. That is inside of the hospital. That's the main entrance to the hospital. You can see the way this is the way to the staff quarters. Okay, this is the main gate entrance, sorry. See, at the water is short. This is the kidney center. So, that's myself. I happen to be presently there at the time. So we can see, Honorable Minister, how this thing have affected us. But again, have to thank the MP. He has been very, very supportive. Virtually all our needs. We started with him not only the generators, but two important projects. One is the labor ward extension and fertility care center. The fertility care center, as of today, there is no public hospital in the Northeast that have IVF facility. So all our patients for IVF must travel outside the Northeast, particularly Abuja, to go and get this. So we conceived the idea of building one here. The construction have completed. We are at the level of the equipment and the furnishing. And similarly, the labor wards, they were built during the olden days where the tradition of the people were not into consideration. So many women can deliver in the same open labor ward at the same time. So we conceived the idea of having
to recognize him as a trustworthy person, thereby giving him that honor. We'll now invite the Honorable Minister, Your Excellency, for your remarks, sir.
Chief of Medugudi Teaching Hospital, top management staff of the hospital, and the Northeast Development Committee, directors, members of our team. Ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. I would say that for me, it's a mixed bag. First of all, we are happy to be here on this maiden visit as the supervising ministry, which is supposed to oversee the activities of the commissions, especially the Northeast Development Commission, Northwest, and the recently established North Central Development Commission. It's our first time here as a ministry, and it is no coincidence that we are embarking on the first one to Borno State and the NEDC. There's no gain overstating the fact that the NEDC, the pioneer commission
on this side of the country. And the University of Maiduguri Teaching Hospital is very key, like you rightly mentioned, providing healthcare services, all-round healthcare services to the people of the Northeast as a whole. I must commiserate with you and indeed all management staff of the UMTH and the people of Borno as a whole over the unfortunate Allow Dam spill, which destroyed valuable equipment in the hospital. I also know some of the things you've been doing, although we never had the opportunity to talk about it. That our principals have informed us of how hard you've been working, and I've had the privilege of traveling twice with you, although anonymously, on such trips to make sure that you get assistance to the hospital. When it happened, I also listened to you on one of the international radio stations when you were like rehashing the incidents that happened. And I was struck particularly when you mentioned on radio that you had to move patients from the lower levels to the higher levels for very obvious reasons. The water overflowed the lower levels. And I felt terrified, and just imagine what you would have gone through managing people in a chaotic environment like that. We appreciate your efforts and the efforts of your management team in maintaining, although in a very difficult circumstances, the services you are providing. I want to assure you that this government will continue to support you, support the hospital, in making sure that everything comes back to normal as soon as possible. I want to also assure you that on behalf of the ministry and also the Northeast Development Commission, we will go back, take an inventory. I can see you have a very cordial relationship with the agency and the MD. We'll go back, put heads together. For those we can handle immediately, I assure you we'll do that. And those that will require approvals from upstairs, from over the threshold, we'll put heads together at the level we operate and make sure that we render assistance to the University of Maiduguri Teaching Hospital to get it back to work and go back to saving lives, providing those valuable services as soon as possible. It is on this note that I want to thank you most sincerely for the cordial reception you accorded us. And although you are still transiting from the crisis back to normal, you still made out time to receive us. We're grateful. We'll continue to partner with you to provide medical services and other intervention services that the agency was initially set up to do. We will wish that the next time we come, everything would have returned to normal, and we request that you pray along with us that God helps us in delivering on this mandate entrusted to us as the President, such that by the time we leave, we'll have made our mark and it will be recorded that it was better we did than better we did it. Thank you very much and good afternoon.
Thank you, Your Excellency. I think we'll go for the rounds after taking a group photograph outside. Thank you, sir.
Articulated.